Oops. Hello everyone, it's your boy Dick Lickable back. Here we are, boys and girls. Another edition of input here to,
So here we go, Monday, a new week. Things are, you know, it's difficult to get a pulse. I went into the office this today. Um, Quite a funny story, I suppose, because I was supposed to meet with like the new guy. He's like he's not an immediate like boss to me because he's like in the sales team, but he's like the sales director, I suppose. He like messaged me on Friday, no Thursday, and he was like, he was like, "Are you based in where I work?" I was like, "Yeah, but I'm a remote worker." And he was like, "Cause I think it's just the age, because he's a bit older. I'd assume he's probably in his like late 40s. Because again, it's just like I think anyone who's like my age or below will just be like, "I'll just do it on just do it on Teams," just because you just understand it's just annoying. So anyway, like, Monday came, and I had actually like booked this because I had the meter man come round because I had to change supplier, so they had to come in and change like the meters and I knew what they had to do. So I woke up lovely and early. I didn't really wake up early, to be fair. I mean, to be fair, it was actually just quite a good role, I guess. Just a bit of routine to like just see how easy it was. I got to the office about 8 when I start. Wearing my running gear and everything. It's probably like, I'm not kidding, it was probably like a mile. Maybe more than that, actually. Maybe like a mile and a half. And then I was like lugging all my like, exactly, I got my laptop. Because even though I was trying to like, because I didn't want to have like running my work clothes. So I had to like, clothes are quite heavy, that's the annoying thing. Because I'm not going to wear like shorts into work. I just don't think. That's just too much. But so I was just so I had to bring like chinos with me and like my work top, and I was like my laptop, a raincoat just in case, which I'm glad I did bring because it did rain when I got back. And I just got there, and it's like, first of all, like it scared me to hell because like my card didn't work. And I was really worried because I was like, oh, this is all sort of making sense now. Like, my card doesn't work. He wants to speak to me. Oh my god, this is just going to be a firing, isn't it? This is just like it's perfect, isn't it? So I was like, I spoke with like the guy, the person who worked at the front, and they were like, here's like a temporary pass. When I tried to use it again, it didn't work. I was like, is this like a prank? Is this like some kind of like firing prank they're gonna do? They humiliate me or something? And then like an engineer came out. He was like, no, it's actually me. I was just updating like the door security, and I think I've just done something to it. I think he said he's like reset like the acts who's gone through. So that makes sense. I fixed it in like 10 minutes. It was fine. I was supposed to meet up at like for him at 11, and that was like the only real thing I was actually had to kind of do in the morning. Because the plan was I was gonna have the meeting with him at 11, and then it was like the meeting was between 1 and 6, but it came at like about 4ish. It didn't take too long. So I was just kind of like twiddling my thumbs a bit because I was just sort of like trying to, and it's difficult for me to focus in the office because first of all, like there was no one of my team in there. except for Doug. Sorry, I was not going to say that. Except for like my new boss, and it was just really awkward because like he came in, and I could tell it was him because he's like got a really thick like Irish accent, and he was sat because we have like open plan desks, but he was like sat on like that computer set up behind us, behind me, and it was like the whole time I was just there. We never spoke, even though he was like at his desk a lot, and he wasn't really doing anything, and nor was I. But I was just kind of like trying to pretend to kind of look, you know, I did have some things to do, but um, and it's like it got to like 10, and we had our like weekly meeting. And then like my boss, he's like my actual like immediate boss. He had come back for like his 3 week honeymoon and wedding, and even he was surprised. He was like, Impa, what are you doing in the office? And I was like, oh, Doug asked me to like come in, and I'm just gonna meet him for like coffee. And he was like, oh, okay. And I think he looked like he probably knew that that was probably going to be the next. Because if I'm being asked to come in, then he's definitely going to like come in. But you know, again, and he will have more relevant like stuff to him. And then it was like it got to about 11:15, and I was like, um, planning it in terms of like because I was gonna have the coffee with him and then take lunch at 12 to get home because it takes me about 30-ish minutes to get back running. But I was also wanting to go into the supermarket because there's actually a massive supermarket next to the work. So sometimes if I go in, I might as well make a because there's some good things in that supermarket you can only get like in that particular brand. Um, and and it was just even more awkward because like we didn't even break the ice and like talk. He started he started messaging me, and I was like, this feels so weird because like I could hear him typing, and and again, I don't want to say anything rude, but it's like you can tell again. I think it's like because the typing for him is very. Is it when you know like people do it with like their index fingers, and then when I'm replying, I'm just like. But yeah, he was like, "Oh," and fair enough to him, you know, because like he's only been here for 2 weeks. And to be fair, there isn't really any skin off my nose to come into the office. But it was just like, I did have a real and it was just like, I didn't know he was going to then ask to move it. So he asked to move it till 1:30, and I was like, okay. Because I was thinking about if I had done it at 1:30, I still would have been okay, because they didn't come until 4. And I think I was prepared to like potentially call up like my parents because they might have been able to. I think they would have been able to just in case. But I was like, what I was going to do is because they send you a text when the engineer's on its way, so I was going to like call them up and say, look, I've got to stay now till 1:30. But if I get this text message saying the engineer's coming, can you please like go and just sit in that flat, please? And like, they could do it because they don't live too far away. And it was like he wouldn't shift it, so he was like, oh, can we move till 1:30? I was like, no. He was like, and then I explained to him about what I was doing. So he was like, oh, are you in tomorrow? And I was like, oh no, I'm not gonna come in again tomorrow, just again for like another meeting, which is half an hour coffee. And it's like, I'm sorry, like I don't want to sound really rude, but I don't, you know, I just work much better at home. It's just, I'm sorry, it's just, I mean, he's a sales director, so he's going to be like extrovert, super extrovert, so he does want to meet everyone face to face, but it's just like, that's tolerance you just need, I think, you need to understand that. So anyway, I got back home, ready to do, because then he actually said, I'm sorry, I'm actually not free till 4, but I was already back home here by then. I was like, well, just as well as I didn't stay there then. And then, what did he say? He just then said, I'm sorry, can you move it till tomorrow? And I was just like, oh my goodness, I can't. This is what I'm saying. I can't. And it's not, I guess it's not his fault because I think the CEO, who's like his boss, asked him to like do a meeting at like 11. I was just like, oh, okay, I know you can't say no to him. But for me, I'm just like, look, I'm so low down the tier that's why I kind of wanted to have this job, because it's like I'm so at the bottom of the rung. It's like my level of responsibility is just very low. So it's like really I'm just like, speak to my boss who's just come back from holiday. He knows everything I do and more. I'm just like, so you know what I mean? So this is what happened. It was just something that was more of a formality, and it just ended up becoming like a waste of time. But then it's okay, because I think it's always good to just go in the office and just sort of show face. And I think the right people saw me, like my CEO saw me, and the secretary of the CEO saw me. So like that's some brownie points. But I think even they just understand it's a waste of time, because I'm in there and it's like I am like the only one in my team there, except for that new guy. But he's meant to be there because I even heard the secretary of the CEO came over because he's still being on board, and I was like listening in, and she was basically saying to him like, this role requires someone to be more in house because you're going to be in charge of delivering reports. Well, that's not my job. Well, I do to my clients, but that's not remote. So he's a sales. So firstly, he's a sales director. He'll be earning probably 3 times what I earn. And that's fine. No, I'm not. I'm not. That's part of his job. His job's going to be very cutthroat. If he doesn't deliver targets, he just gets the job. Um, but yeah, it was just kind of annoying because I was like really psyching myself up to that. And it's just one of these things where it just ends up being like a huge, and it's just classic. It's just. So I just think like in-person meetings are just they're so gone now, and that's the reason why. And fair enough, he didn't know I wasn't going to stay in the office the whole day. But I would have argued that, I told my immediate boss, and that's how it should work. Why would I have told him that? Because he could have, because I just say like, yeah, sorry, I didn't know the meeting was going to get moved. I'd planned everything around the meeting being at that time. And you told me like what 15 minutes before, so like part of me was like a little bit pissed when I was just like I could hit, and I think he could tell because I was being very very quick. Like when I was doing like the pleasantries, like, oh, how are you doing? And he's like, oh, I moved into the sea, blah, 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 blah. And as soon as he was like, oh, uh, 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 it's okay. So he seems like a nice bloke. It's just. I think it's one of these things, and it's just work culture. It's different. I think a lot of places, it's a bit of a shock when you come from like one environment and you go into another one, and it's just like the culture is just so different, and you're like, okay, so we don't have that same like. And I think you get that with like some of these corporations where it's like some of them can just be like very like what's the word I'm looking for, like private places. They can either be like really like hippie and just be like, oh yeah, man, just we don't even have holidays. You just take as many days as you want. Or you get like the really like strict ones where you're like, oh, you got to go in. But I seem to find that's more reserved for America. I think America seems to have a real issue with like working from home. I find like it's not so bad. I think over here, like I feel like once the whole COVID thing happens, um, I think a lot of people, especially with just like the rising costs and just like the absurdities of just having kids, um, it's just very hard, isn't it? To like, and the work culture is just not the same. I'm sorry to say it. It's just, um, that just sense of like one goal is all very like superficial. I just kind of like, okay, great, and it's like, oh, you get these targets at work, and you're just like, you don't really care because you're just like, oh, okay. Like we all know that this is not like our dream job, and I just like I don't know because it's like part of me where I think like, what would the job be like if actually they were just very like upfront, just look, this isn't the most glamorous thing in the world, but it'll pay, get you money. But I just think like there is this level of like corporate schlock where it's like going into McDonald's, like, why do you want to work for McDonald's? It's like, is it just a humiliation ritual to just get you to just say just whatever, just for just see like how loyal you are? I've always loved McDonald's food. I mean, to be honest, yeah, I mean, I guess I wouldn't mind if they gave you like, and I think they do. I've heard like people who work there and they're like, oh, they give you like, um, I think they give you a free like lunch if you work so many hours, which is just like any like medium meal or any large meal. I mean. Um, and then I don't know because I think they've gotten very strict now because like a lot of these places have to stop like anyone getting sued. But like I had a friend who used to work in like KFC, and he said something like when they have the chicken, it's like if the chicken's like out for like longer than something like 30 minutes, I think they have to bin it. But they just say like, oh, if you just want to just while you take it to the bin, just like chow down, go for it. And then they said as well, like usually at the end of the shift, they like uh there's something to do with the chips, whether or not they've got like a bag that's just like they'll have a huge frozen sack, which they're obviously just using to like, and there's something like the sack or something has to get like thrown out every day it's opened. So they just say to them, I think they just said to him at the end of the shift, like if you just want to fry yourself up, like a bucket, you know, one of those like family buckets full of fries to bring back for your friends, you can. But he used to just say, yeah, he never did it because the chips are ass and they're really crap. Like the chips are only good at KFC if you get them like piping hot, and they just turn into absolute ass. Like all chips in fast food joints turn into absolute ass when they get cold. Chips are just like one of the worst foods to eat in cold. They just do not keep their integrity at all. Uh, Even like people will probably crucify me. It's toast. I would say like I can still eat cold toast, like because my kids they sometimes leave their toast, and I just don't want to waste it. I can still do that, but chips, oh, they're just like it just become really like hard and just like you have to have a drink to like swallow them because they're so dry. Um, it's like McDonald's chips. I think they're just the tastiest. Probably are the best, and it's difficult for me to say because I'm very limited because it's like you don't get shit like Jack in the Box and In and Out and Sonic. That didn't those chains didn't like make it over. We've got like Wimpy's, which God, that's like the oldest thing ever. It's like a chain that my parents remember, like from the 80s and 70s, and it's like it's named after a character from Popeyes. Like that's how like old it is. There's only a couple like still remaining, like in the country. Obviously, McDonald's got Burger King. We got Wendy's now, but like I know actually there's a Wendy's relatively near where I live, but no desire to really try anything there. Um, we do have Taco Bell, but I don't think they do fries. Um, Five Guys. Well, actually, Five Guys fries are probably the best, but they are the most expensive as well. But they are probably the nicest um, because they're like really seasoned and yeah, like, I could probably like because I know like their fucking like burgers and like hot dogs are ridiculously expensive, but I think for £5 you can probably get like large chips from them, and I think they'll give you a good amount. Although I don't know, they probably removed that gimmick because they used to do it where it was like they'd fill up your chips and then they'd throw like a bit in the bag, but they're probably now because everything's like really stingy. They've probably got a machine that like counts out exactly how many chips to put out, and then just removes all the magic from it because they got to squeeze every penny. That's the problem. It's just nothing is of value anymore. Everyone just feels like they're being taken for a mug. Like nothing ever feels worth the money. It's just getting worse and worse, isn't it? It's like I'm just finding myself going to like. And again, bear in mind, realistically, probably on the ladder. I'm not like definitely not at the top, but I'm probably somewhere in the middle. And I would say I'm struggling quite a lot. How is it? Oh, is it? No, probably the same. They're mega though. Yeah, it's just funny because it's like, um, someone was like talking about like the Mitchell and Webb show. They've done like a new one, and someone's done like a video of it, and it's just crap because it's just turned mega woke. And like I kind of wrote a comment about why I thought like, well, I gave like a pretty good reason as to what the problem is, but I got the TV channel wrong. I said it was the BBC, not Channel 4, and it's just funny because you just get the people like, actually it was on Channel 4, and I'm like, yeah, it's all the same. It's all fucking legacy new channels are going to be the same. Well, do you think any legacy TV shows are just riddled now? Because they all are. That's the whole point. It's like anything that's like operating under the government, even if it's like even private companies, it doesn't matter. Like they're all going to be just full to the brim of DEI, and just like you have to have a black guy in your team. You got to have. So like, yeah. So this is it. So it's like the Mitchell and Webb look. The new one. It's like what made the show brilliant, and again, you're not allowed to say this, is it was just two white guys making a sketch show, and then as a result, some of the funniest, I think, sketches were made because you had like, this really fun, just ones where it was like really pushing the sort of envelope in terms of like what you could get away with, like sort of doing like blackface, but the joke of the sketch isn't blackface. It's that you're laughing at how bad like what's happening is, and sort of like more like I guess more sexual innuendo. It just like sort of taking more of a and more like stupid stuff. I think I find it like when you have women and like they try to ground everything because they don't like stupidity. And they're like, no, let's do it. And so basically, the new Mitchell and Webb, it's like they've had to stick in a black person, and there's 3 women writers as well, women comedians, and you can just tell. Like, I was watching it, I haven't seen it. Let's get, and that's what people are like, you haven't seen this. No, because I'm not going to waste my time to do it. Like I know I'm yelling into the wind here, but even I'd rather do this than watch the new Mitchell and Webb. I'd rather hear my own voice than listen to the Mitchell and Webb. That's how narcissistic I am. So that's it. It's like, they have to have the DEI checks because even if it's like Channel 4, it's not the same as the BBC. I think because it is still technically terrestrial TV, but I think it affiliates itself with like still like quite wokey because they all have to be. So, yeah, it's kind of like you have to have like a black guy and you have to have like a woman, and it just ruins it because it's like I say, it means like the white guys who are writing it, they can't be too edgy with the racist stuff because the black guy will feel uncomfortable. And the worst thing is as well is that if like the black guy wants to complain about the white people, the women will join them because that's just what feminism's done. It's brainwashed women into like hating white men. So if there's a such situation where like a white man is like making a black man feel bad, they'll just go for it because like that's how women work. They're very like they love the underdogs, even if it's against the logic. It's been proven too many times, especially just in like the court systems. It's just ridiculous. And that's it. That's just 100%. And it's not even just that. We're noticing just an absolute correlation of just like I'd say TV's just becoming more dumb, and that isn't like, oh, I've become smarter, because that's not really how it works. Like you become more wise, but you don't really become like smarter per se. And I just do agree, it's just less intellectually like stimulating content anymore because it's just all um, it's all been designed to just be like for people who don't really speak English as their first language, or because it's all designed to just be like for foreigners because they're the ones having all the babies, and it's like, oh, we want to encourage them because they're going to be like our new. So instead of like trying to fix the problem and like encourage natives to have better situations to like have kids, just gonna like address the situation as what it is, and just so you have to like throw out a really wide net to like appeal to the biggest demographic. So you don't want to have like controversial, like deep thinking. Like Black Mirror is about as smart as you can get. If you start going any more than that, you won't get the money to do it because like you'll give the money to like you'll give your scripts to the executives and they just won't like it. They'll say it'll become like in the extras, the BBC or Channel 4, whoever, they'll say like you can do the pilot, but you're gonna have to bring some of our guys on, and then but when they come on, it'll be like a gay guy and like a Muslim woman, and they'll just ruin it. They'll just turn it into some crap. They'll make it like so the main character has to be like some diverse person, and um, the jokes again will just become really like lame because again it's just I don't know where you think like a man from like Uganda who's like now in the UK will just some reason just be really funny because like he's just got a job based on the fact he's from like Uganda and it's just ticks a box. This is the thing, the fallacy we're finding. It's just like some reason we've been convinced that everyone is like the same intelligence and has like the same outlook on life, and we can all sit and play in kumbaya. It's not true. It's not true at all. Everyone just wants to be with their own kind, and it's been proven. It's like even when like because when I'm on X, I sometimes just like I'm commenting on just like I don't follow anyone, so my algorithm's fucked because it's just basically just like what I'm like liking and commenting on because I'm not anchored to a specific thing. But sometimes like I'll start like commenting in like the black Twitter community because it's like there's a couple of these big clip channels and it's just clips of just like it seems to be a new black guy every single day. I just find like some guy is just like talking. He's just in a room just like filled with just like merchandise and it's the same thing. It's just like the same kind of thing. It's like another black guy who just giving like half-assed inspirational quotes. And it's like, who's actually listening to this guy? And like, it's like this crazy phenomenon where it's just the black community is just so incestuous. Like they will follow anyone else who's black, and it's just that's it. And it's been used in our society in terms of they've learned that record producers and films and stuff have learned that if you put a black person in it, that's the only way you can actually really get black fans and that's why these like shows again, King of the Hill reboot. Why is there a black man in it? Then new Mitchell and Webb. Why is there just a token black guy in it? I don't know. I just try to think like all kinds of shows now. It's because in all honesty, it's the sad reality. It's like black people do not ever like post like really memes of white people or ever will have or like idolize white people because it's just they don't. It's like they'll only idolize like, other black people, and it's just been proven just with like racial bias tests and stuff. It's just they are just very very like narcissistic to their own race in the sense of just like if a white guy does something bad, if a black guy does something bad, and a white guy's like perfectly normal, the black guy will probably still go with the other black guy, and that's what we're learning. And I've seen it as well, like on crime videos. I saw one the other day where a black man was accused of stealing like these expensive like earphones, pods, or what do you call them, AirPods. But I think what he did was like he switched them with like shittier ones or something. And like when the policeman was just like instantly came, I think it was a white cop, immediately came to like their house, and he was like on their phone. He was just outside in the front garden for some reason, just like on his phone. typical looking person. Like, I'm not even kidding. He was like wearing like glasses, baseball cap, and just had like this sort of really baggy clothing. And as soon as like the police officer came around and started like asking questions, I think it was like the mum or like a sister or someone started like just immediately defending him. And you know, because you've watched the whole video, that he's guilty. She just starts like vouching for him and just saying like, no, 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 he bought those are his. And this is just what we've learned, and this is what we're finding out. And it's like that you can pull the wall over like the boomers and the people who just will refuse to listen to facts because they're just brainwashed by like legacy media. But they're going, like, they're all going like, every year. They're gone. They're losing their positions. They're like going. It's like the new. You can't ignore the new swath of like coming into the mid 20s year olds who are the new power working force of the country, and they're gonna like inherit a lot of money soon because again, once the boomers go, and it's like all this money is gonna get shifted somewhere, isn't it? Um, and they're just not gonna take this. They're just gonna like they won't care. They're just gonna take it for like what it is, and it's gonna. It's just not me necessarily advocating for it, but it's like I can just see that there's this massive amount of like almost resentment. I mean, fair enough, I suppose, because it's just this country has just spat on the faces of like the locals. Like, how dare like the police just treat its natives in the sort of way that it has? And it's just disturbing, like the levels that the legacy media are going to like cover their tracks. And that's what I'm saying. So like the TV stuff that's just coming out is all fucked because it's just all going to be like the only stuff you're gonna probably find is, I mean, I can't even say like stuff you'll find on YouTube because that's all been like absolutely censored to hell. You can't watch that, and they can't say certain words and say, like even me, I'm very careful what I say. I'm even worried the rhetoric I'm saying is probably even too controversial. Let alone I'm not saying any like racist words, but is this rhetoric considered to be like hate speech? It's not really. I'm just trying to like point things out that are happening. Um, So it's yeah. I think it was just it's a shame because I think America is like very they're trying to find like a way to almost like because it's like 65% of black college educated women work in the government, and I think we're starting to realize why that might not be a good idea because they're just letting out like their own kin, and then they are just they've got the biggest cognitive biases against like white people in terms of they just will prosecute white people to the highest extent of the law, and they'll just let murderers off. And it just seems like there's a loads of these Obama judges that just seem to have gotten through, and there's just been no due diligence, and it's destroying our very fabric of like, and it is going to unfortunately cause just like a race war because people are starting to realize this is just isn't, it's not fair, and it's like for some reason a very very small demographic for them, and people will be willing to do something because it's like the Zoomers are just not happy that they can't buy a house, and if they need to like start making some like amendments, it's just going to be like let's get rid of everyone who probably isn't really contributing, and you know it's difficult because you know yeah you hear from the people who are in the black community, and it's like oh you kind of feel like what are they gonna say? Because they're not gonna agree and like obviously say like, yeah, you're right. But then at the same token, I don't believe them when they say like, oh, it's not everyone, blah blah blah. I'm just like, you're probably right, mate. And I probably agree that you might be someone who comes from like a nice black area and you don't have anything like that. I completely agree with you, but I'm just sorry. It's just, what can I say? At the end of the day, it's like if you've just got like 81, no, sorry, 86% of the planet Earth of a country just saying, "I'm so sorry, we just want to live in like as an ethno state, and it's just going to be all white people. Let's just try it out, and maybe if it's like it doesn't work out, we can let you guys come in again." Um, because most countries around the world do that. like India, for example, don't even have like a immigration thing. I think there's like reports that they just end people if they try and break in. There's loads of countries like China would be the same, Russia would be the same, and loads of countries. North Korea, you just get ended if you go try and go in there. It used to be like that. It used to be like in the US. You used to feel. I remember like even 10 years ago. I used to think like when we went to LA on the ship, I was like, I still remember then feeling scared because I remember like coming close to like LA and we just got swarmed with like boats. And I know those are like we were on a massive boat, but I was like, it doesn't feel like these guys are like fucking around because they send all these like military guys to come on the ship and like examine everyone. Something's just gone wrong. Something has just like. That's why my theory still stands. I still think there is an actual reason why, like, we're being kind of held, or they're getting so much power, and like, but I don't know. Um, I think the Americans they sound like they're gonna probably do something for four. It probably did impact them a lot more, to be honest. I mean, don't get me wrong, it was shocking when I saw it. I was just like, oh god, it's like I just knew immediately he was gone. I was just like, we're just living in a really messed up world, man. I don't know what's happened. There just seems to have been like some psyops happening in our universities. And also, like, I think there's just websites like Reddit and also Discord, which have just been, they've been too unvetted and unregulated, and there's just been too much degeneracy being going on. There's just, it's not enough rules because, again, I keep explaining to you, you've just got like people in countries where, again, I'm going to keep saying this, there's no such word as be affiliated, or there's no such thing as SA, and they probably do have like absolutely terabytes of stuff on their computer because it's not illegal for them. And people are going to say that's not right, but I guarantee you it's not. Or even if it is illegal, well, it isn't because again, it's just like in the Muslim countries, it's not. Like, well, if Ahmed marries his like 12-year-old wife and then he wants to make a sex tape of her, that is disgusting in like the Western world, but to him, it's just normal. So then he's got access to that, and that is by definition. So if you're going on a Discord server, he could just send you that. And to him, it'd just be like funny. Or he just would do it to like show off. And it's just like everyone in there. Just, do you see what I mean? And I'm just saying that's kind of almost like how messed up this whole thing is. Is because like, I think like the biggest story that like Western people have been lied to is just how bad it actually is in the rest of the world, just how prevalent it is. We've been gaslit and told that it's just no, no, no. Everyone behaves, and even like the people of the countries lie because they know that the stigma it is over there. So in their chats, they don't care. But if like, or when they're speaking in their own language to each other, they'll be saying things like. But when they're speaking in English, they just won't admit it. They'll say it's disgusting and really horrible, but then you'll like find them like trying to talk to these people because again, it's just like they know the game. They know the game. They know just lie and just say you didn't know, blah 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 blah. Say you're not guilty in court, and they'll get you a jury full of like all your peers, which would just be like again people who don't believe it's okay, and you'll be let out. And then that's probably what's happening as well. It's like they'll probably go on their phone and they'll probably just find it like it's like I've said. It's like maybe that could be exactly what's happened. He's got a wife who's underage, and how do you process that? How do you process that? Because like, and that's like why it's like we've got like these weird underground Sharia laws in the London for some reason because it's probably like that's how they have to do it. It's like, oh yeah, well, it's too unethical because Ahmed married his 13-year-old fiance in Afghanistan. Now he's here. How are we allowed to prosecute him because he's got pictures of his 14-year-old wife on on his phone? Oh, he sent them out. Oh well, it's not illegal. Do you see what I mean? It got a bit of and it's causing this like ethical issue because it's like, well, the definition of making CP is like it's the abuse that it's causing on the child. Well, actually, this is no longer a child. She's now a bride. So it's like there's actually now different legalities behind it. Like actually, what that means. So, as you see what I mean. So got a bit of a legal issue, and I suppose, and it's why this is happening. It's because I think. Whereas again, and then it's turned upside down because then it's like anyone who's white, if you even like dance around the subject of that, you get immediately like baptized in the flames of hell because like they'll just see it as like, well, you should have known better. And this is, I think, definitively, definitely what's happening. It's just rules for thee, but not for thee because it's like Ahmed has got dodgy pictures on his phone, but it's like I said, it's like of his like underage wife and maybe like his other wives and his cousins and stuff. Because again, that's allowed, and not being racist, it's actually allowed. They're even trying to like allow same cousin marriages in the UK because it's apparently it's a grift as well. Someone wrote a good comment about it, but apparently it's another form of a grift for money, keeping money in the clan. It's like if you marry someone who's like your cousin, it's like it's just easier to keep them under wrap than some like other person who could mess them up. So it's like again, it's just showing like this incestuousness that they're trying to like do. They want to keep all the money in the community. They don't want to share it because they're not here to make a community. They don't want that. They're trying to destabilize it. Um, it is interesting. I don't know, 'cause it's just like 'cause I haven't really interacted with a large number of Muslims, really. And I know it's just so difficult. I just think it's their cultures are just so different. I just think we have to appreciate that. They can do what they want in their other 56 countries. Like, I probably do have qualms with it, but at least in my brain, I'm just thinking, well, at least I know it's not like any one who isn't indoctrinated into the spell in some twisted, messed up sense of reality. Maybe the little girls, there's no justification. In my opinion, there isn't, but they all have theirs. But at least, it's in their country, whatever. But the problem, it's because um, it's because they have too much oil, and because they've basically made so much money over the last 50 years, just like selling oil to us. Um, they're too rich. They're too much of an economy, and the capitalists that are America and the world can't look at that because they don't care. Like, in the end of the day, they don't care. Like money always overseas. The people on the top aren't like they're usually on good merit, ethics. So, like, what do I mean? So, like, okay, we've got WWE now going to Saudi Arabia, and everyone hates it. Why is that? Because the Saudi Arabians are trying anything they can to try and get more Americans to like them, but they don't. People will keep gaslighting, saying, "Oh yeah, everyone's going to Dubai." No, no, well, not really. Like, no one wants to go to a country where, like, the only people who do are the very, very, very rich people who will get given like immunity to it because they'll like be flying in special like airlines and get, you just go to the airport and they'll just like you have like what do you call it, like probably like an aide there who'll tell you like all the things you can and can't do, and even if you do want drugs and stuff, that's the thing. So if you bring them in, they'll fuck you up, but like as soon as you come in there, they'll have loads that you can, if you've got the right people to hook you up, you don't have to worry about it. And like if you can pay the police off and stuff, I'm not kidding, it's all fine. It's the people who are going there just as like um and yeah, everyone's just like, no, I don't want to go to Saudi Arabia, but it doesn't matter because they've just got so much money. They'll just say, "Oh, well, can we give you like 100 million to like host it or something insane?" Because they've got actually, they've just got like fuck off money. They've got like over a couple $1 trillion, and just because there's like Amoco Petro, which is like the state-owned company, so they just all have all kinds of like taxation things, so they don't even pay tax. So all that money is just completely just owned. So they just got all this cat, and that's what's happening. You're just finding all these agents that are just like, I can see them on X as well, where they're just probably giving people like $1,000. Go on X, make an account, and just keep spouting anti-Jewish, anti-Western stuff, destabilize everything. Just try and just destabilize the nation as much as we can. Um, I don't know. I just don't know. Because then it's like you got Sam Hyde, and he's just released his new video, and in it he's basically said like the next 2 weeks are going to be really important, but I don't know what that means. Like what's happening in the next 2 weeks? And then you've got I forgot his name. Chris Evans, is it? No. No, the guy, it's like the guy from Guardians of the Galaxy. He's like, he said some very weird thing. Oh, he hasn't. That's the sad thing. He hasn't. He's actually just empathized with Charlie Kirk. And that's like caused him to like be called out. And we've gone to a really, really crazy stage now, guys. Like, we're getting really, really scared. Like, because the right are just like doing anything to remove people, and the left are doing anything they can now. It's like, it, I don't know. I mean, I don't really know if people would get fired for empathizing with Charlie Kirk, but again, it's like we're playing with like Disney's all like woke place. Um, like I don't really know what to think either. To be fair, like, and the saddest thing is also it was my brother's like birthday, and he's like hit another milestone, so he's in his 40s, and it's like he's just been having like an absolutely horrible kind of like time because it's just, and it's just this is the thing, and like because white people have just been suppressed, they've just been told that they're not allowed to have like any like groups, and if you go on social media, you're just gonna get dogpiled by Indians and foreign people, black people telling you like you're a pussy and stuff. Like you're not like this is it. Um, so he's not. He's just been like living with everything because it's just this is the way we have. It's like every other place has its own communities and all of these places you can get help and stuff. And it's just you're not allowed to have anything, any help. You're white. There's no white privilege. The lie has gone to. There might have been white privilege back in like the 70s or 60s, but there's definitely no white privilege now. It's like the other way around. And it's just like, yeah, he's been messed around. Like, I got messed around by feminism. Like my ex-wife was just like insane. Like, I didn't know at first, but I was too young when it happened. I just kind of got like honey dicked into it. Um, but I'm gonna try and teach my kids to like just be able to avoid. It's funny, isn't it? You gotta teach your kids to avoid your woman like your mum, but it's true. It's just like she's your classic. She's probably one of the. And I said this. She is just one of those classic. Like, if something did happen to me, she would celebrate that. And I'm not. If I said that now, you would laugh. Wouldn't you? You'd think, no, no one's that wicked. But I'm not allowed to tell you actually stuff she's done. But I wouldn't put it past her at this point. And that's what's happened. We've been like brainwashed into like people convincing you it's like the other people are the bad guys, and it's not. It's just they've been like there's like a cult and they work together as like the sisterhood or it's like the HR departments or whatever. But there seems to be a type of person, and it's usually either a minority or a person of color, a student, women, or people from like the LGBTQIA. And I think the four things that they have are like they're very like emotionally driven, and those people are the easiest to manipulate. If you've just got someone who's really stoic and very factual and just doesn't take any like any like conjecture or like I feel, you're just gonna always be like I don't believe you because what's your source? Well, I feel like this. Well, that doesn't mean anything. I know from data that blah 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 blah. Okay, yeah, but I feel like from my experience, yeah, that doesn't mean anything though. Okay, but all right, I know one exception. The exception isn't the general. Like we need to like talk with like averages and because you can't. And it's like it's just apparent that just I think women just can't. And I just think that's not part of their output. That's not what they're here to do. They've got the one most important job in the world, it's to have kids, and they've been lied to. And that's more important, in my opinion, than anything. Okay, I'm gonna say it now. Even whatever men do, whatever men are doing, none of it's possible or more important if there's no people to replace them. That's my hot take. So the fact that women have been brainwashed to like not do the one thing that's the most important role in the whole of society is ludicrous. Just to go out and earn some stupid money to like make some CEO like richer, and you're not gonna have a legacy because you've been brainwashed to like work until you're like in your 30s, and then women realize they don't like working. Men don't mind because we just know that that's what we got to do, and that's why men are supposed to be the breadwinners. Um, but the women don't. They can do a stint for about a decade or so, and they get really fed up. And it's like I know they'll pretend they don't, but when you do like see like the more veteran women at work, I sometimes do. And the ones that are like in a high position job, because like for example, my boss's secretary, she's a female, but I think because she's like a secretary, and she is a married woman as well, and I just think like she's probably got that job as it's like uh, it is an important job, but I'm just saying like it's not the most stressful thing. She's not like a girl boss. She's like she's actually doing a subordinate role. Um, but like when you have like those sort of like the lawyers and the girl bosses who are in like their 40s, and they just fucked it because they're just like they've spent all this time building, they got a house, they can go on holidays and stuff. What you got to realize is that like 20 years of them doing that, that's all instead of them having a baby. So if you want to like put all the material stuff, like what do you think the value of like a child is? I mean, it's worth more than all that anyway, but that's basically kind of what you're saying. All those toys and shit that you have, that's just what you traded having a kid, a family and kid for. So like, this is it. That's your legacy. That's what you have to die with now, because you're now in your 40s. You can't have kids. Now you have to lament over the fact that you've decided to have toys. And I know you're going to laugh at me and say, "Well, you've got toys," but I've got kids, so it doesn't matter. So the fact that I've got kids and I can have toys, it's okay, because the toys are for my kids. It's fine. That's what I mean. I don't care if you've got toys, if you've got kids. It's like, it's when you've got toys and you don't have kids, then you can make fun of people. When you have kids, I feel like you get a free pass to kind of just be a bit of a dweeb because you've got kids, so it doesn't matter. I can dress like a dweeb because like, I've done my role. I've produced two children, so like, you know, I've done the replacement for me. It doesn't matter if like it's he's someone who's not done that. So yeah, the moral of the story is just have fun, everyone. Just remember this: we're all here to have fun. Around where like there's some like guy from like Guatemala or somewhere who's like pretended he's like found an alien life form. It's bullshit. It was like, so he's got like this jar and it's just got this like rock in it. I'm assuming he's either got like, it could be an animatronic, it could just be like a type of slug or some kind of like parasite, like a leech or something like that, and he's just kind of like put it on a snail shell or something. But whatever, it seems to be some black ooze in a rock, and it's like moving in like a kind of creepy way. And like, yeah, you got people like actually believing it, but the like, again, it's just when I keep saying the world's dumbing down. This is what I'm talking about. Like something like that is able to kind of pass as like being believable. Again, somehow, so you've got like loads of factors in it. You got like the fact that. I know I'm talking about like NASA and all the spaces, so no one's detected a meteorite actually was able to make contact within, not even like just burn up in the atmosphere, because that's one other thing, like a shooting star. We're talking like actually he's made it in. Not only that, but like when he shows the impact crater, it's shit. It's like the way like meteorites explode is because they travel so fast. They actually explode before they hit the ground, and that's why it creates like a perfect circle. But he's done it so like the asteroid would have actually like hit the ground, which never happens. Because let's think how fast it would have to be going to do that. So if it even hit the ground, it would just like it'd explode, and it just wouldn't have like a groove like that. You know, like when you watch like Goku getting punched into like, the ground and it like, makes a big trail. That doesn't happen. And then he's just like, not only that, but it's like all of the dirt from the trail is just like it's not unsinged. Considering this thing, just from the friction alone, it would be like thousands of degrees hot. Like, it would be burning like white. Very radioactive probably as well, which is why they actually say not to touch the ship, because half of it is actually just because it could just be like firing off like cosmic waves. And then, so yeah, you've got all these factors. So you want me to believe a biological material somehow survived that? Well, okay, maybe it's fireproof. It's fine. Somehow it survives the explosion. Maybe it's explosion-proof. But maybe it had a brake system. Fine, or whatever. Madness. And then they're saying the spot on Jupiter's gone. I don't know if that's true either. Like, I need to look up that. How the fuck was that? I mean, maybe it could happen. There used to be rivers on, Mars, apparently. I don't like how he's only got, like, 2 moves. I love that like, every time he plays, like, Colin, I always fuck him over. I have no desire to play as him either. Go on then. I don't think I'm gonna do very well. He's a really hard character to use. But I don't know if I've used the super potion one. That sounds like a fun move. It's annoying they don't do intros, because they're like kind of interesting, but they don't do them. Oh, well, this is getting terrible. Uh-oh. Yes, get it. Hang on, that got me last time, because I had my mic over the the camera. No, wait, that's not the best. I think it'd probably be the best at the bottom, actually. I won't be able to read the subtitles though. Uh-oh. What's the matter, poison boy? Ding, 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 ding. Oh, Willie's a move. Can't lose it now. Yo, whack Holmes. Why did they get like a little bit of health back? What was that supposed to do? Breathe in my evil poison. Oh, you little pisser! Damn. Yeah. I need to speed this up. I mean, you can't fuck around so well. That'll do. Now he activates it. I was always confused by it, because I'm like, it doesn't even look sharp. It looks like it could stab. Oh, no, I can't read the subtitle. Yeah, it's like you can't, like, I mean, this is my bank I lost the whole time. My Kaname's did. I love how, like, twisted it is. Oh, you're gonna literally do that. Oh, you little bitch. Oh, no. Oh, no! Yes, yes. Excellent work, man. Excellent work. Poison. Ah! Fucker. How do I use my thing? What? I love Carl. No. It goes through. Very cool. I love it. It's cool. I did a good job with the characters. That's what I mean. It's just this game would have been like perfect. We just added I keep saying it. 1,000 days. Probably only, like I say, probably don't need to have that great list of new characters. And hell, I'd just play as like most of the characters if they just probably added like, I don't know, an extra mode, or you don't even need to make a new character. Just like they just have an extra like move, which just relates to them using the. So I don't know. I can't remember how Mayuri kills the arm of the Soul King, but he like does something smart. Yeah. Oh, it's something to do with naming, wasn't it? That's okay. Oh. Yeah, very good. Damn. Oh shit. Oh, I didn't know that. I wish I could see what they were actually saying there. That's bullshit. I didn't know. What's sublimination then, dude? What does sublimination do? I thought sublimination was active, but I still don't really know the mechanics, so it's cool. Oh well, I could have been him. It's beautiful. It's really beautiful. Yeah, I know. I have it now, right? I thought that was what did it. Wow. Oh. Well. Damn. That move. Fuck. Oh, this fucker. He's gonna kill me. He's actually gonna kill me. He's killed me. He's fucking killed me. Fucking killed me, man. Fucking killed me. Oh, at least I saw the post. You see? And you know what? Fair enough, this game. They make it hard. I could have probably beaten him if I'd known. Again, that was a me error. I didn't know, because I would have pushed on. If I'd known, I could have killed him on the superhero potion. It would have done 5, but it reminds me of Digimon cards. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. Can I even play that? Yeah, it's like Digimon cards is fucked, because it's like... Yeah, you have like a life bar or something like that. And it's like... Your opponent's monsters can just attack your life force unless you have any, like, blockers. But I remember, like, when I was playing with my friend, like, blockers were, like, really... They weren't that common. They were, like, only common in, like, a couple of colours. And I was like, oh, it's bullshit, because you just always used, like, an aggressive red deck, and it was always just, like, they're the ones that just always have, like, a really, just very high power, and they can just, like, all have piercing. And it's like, when you have piercing, it just means that, oh, they kill your opponent's creature, and they hurt you as well. I love, like, there was, like, some hidden lore, because, like, they, like, expanded, like, the Kenpachi lineage, and they kind of showed... It was, like, one of them, which is, like, he was this guy who had, like, this, like, his Hanpacto, which is, like, a chain chomp, which is basically turned his, like, sword into, like, a little blob that just, like, ate the opponent. And, like, the hidden lore was something, like, he actually had, like, the most dangerous Hanpacto in the whole Soul Society. And he wasn't allowed to use his Bankai ever. It was like a crime. It's like if he ever used his Bankai in Soul Society, he would just immediately just become like public enemy #1. Yamamoto would probably take him out. But it was like, I think his like Bankai was just, it just made like absolutely thousands of these like chain chomps. They just like devoured everyone. I was like, oh, that's very interesting. How did he die? I think he was the one Kenpachi killed. As in, that doesn't make any sense. Zaraki killed. Although you don't actually, I don't remember. There's this, it is kind of annoying you don't see it, but at the same point, I think it's like, almost didn't need to be seen. But like, it could have been quite cool if they just did like a, just kind of flex on his power a bit. They just like did like a little spin off, and it just like showed you his fire. It just showed you just how insanely just like freak show strong he was. But you know, it's just like, this game is just calling out just to have like, do you know what I mean? Because I hate playing it like where I'm playing as Zaraki Kenpachi and I want him to be like one of my coolest characters to play as, but I just know he's got like his Shikai and his Bankai, he can't even play as them. It's just bullshit. Like, how much fun would it have been to have his like fuck off massive like axe and just being able to like wield that, and just like, I don't know, they could have like given a couple of like the those captains, like, for me to have made this game perfect, it would be, and it probably isn't that easy to do, but I would have added all of like, I would have made it up to the 1,000-year Blood War, and I know they probably couldn't do it because of like the anime's only just finished. But they could do, you never know, they might just have like an absolute like insane like reveal, and they'll just be like, oh, you can now buy like the 1,000-year War Blood DLC for this, and that'd be like, includes like, I don't know, a dozen new characters and 10 upgrades to existing characters, or 10 new skins that they just made to the new characters, where it's just, it's not too much effort for them, because it's like they can just tweak the model a little bit. I'm not kidding, probably wouldn't take that long. Like, you can't gaslight me now into thinking it's that tough. Like, you know, I've seen how these programs and how you can custom make it and stuff. You just have to like add a couple, make Ishiko's hair a little bit longer and give him like the new outfit and just new swords. And, yeah, just give him some variants of the new moves. Alright, let's do this. I mean, he's just a freak, isn't he? Oh, I like I get 9 bars now. This is bullshit. Imagine getting like out stealth by Zaraki Kenpachi. I think even he'd be disappointed. He wouldn't even like honor it, because he would just be like so bored. But there is like a, yeah, you do feel like he's just like so gangly. He's not like massively like freak show buff, but he's still a, you know, menace. I mean, that's what makes him scary. He's just got like a very like, I mean, he's always got a cool Sheikah. Damn. I don't think that'll kill him. Oh, it's a shame. He's like, okay. This guy's ridiculous. Fuck this. Oh, that's the sort of thing that you would do. I think because he doesn't have the eyebrows either, it does make him like pretty insane. Ultimate distance, ultimate close range. That would be an interesting round, because it'd just basically be like if Ishida gets hit once too fast, but he would make it very hard to hit. So I could see like the fight playing out, and it'd just be like, it'd be like, ew, this trick. That's fun. I mean, I get that opinion, but like, yeah, Zaraku's just like, to take a bit of a beating. And that's his character. He doesn't care about him. Until it gets down to like the last bit where he's like, I might actually die. I just don't. If I keep fucking up. Stop. Chickens are killing. Yeah, come on. No, what am I? You idiot. Fucking transform. He might even go away. Why did they base it on a rubber band in it? Oh, yes. Fuck around, we find out. This looks good. Yes. Can I just say, by the way, like, I wasn't very happy with that conclusion. I was definitely one of the people who was like, pissed when like the Deus Ex Machina, because we all thought, ooh, maybe, because he was like, it was like Kube was like blue balling us because he knew how much the fans wanted to see Zaraku use his Shikai. And fine, maybe rightfully so. It just, but I think just the thing was, it was like, it was just all it was basically doing was just basically saying like, oh, this whole fight, Zaraku wasn't really trying, and that's essentially what it boiled down to. It was just like, you just don't. You start to like not really believe like what you can trust with like Zaraku's strength, because every time he just loses a fight, it's just like they can just retcon it. It's just he did it deliberately, and that's basically what they do when he like confronts Unohana. When he like learns to like uninhibit his power. it's going to be a tough time, you know. I'm not even allowed to probably mention it, actually. But yeah, it's like, yeah, I just remember reading. I was reading the manga when it came out, and I remember like when he was fighting Naruto, I was like, he's hitting really fast, because it was like Naruto was just like once like he revealed he had 6 arms, and he just like stabs like Saraki through the chest. I remember just reading, I was like, he's fucked. He's just been stabbed in the heart. And this guy just comes up and he's like now he's got 6 blades, and it's just in my brain, even as like I was probably in my like late teens. I think I just finished like secondary school. Yeah, so I think I was like 19. So I took a couple of years out before I went into the Merchant Navy, because I was like trying to work out what I wanted to do. I went straight into work. I just remember just like, yeah, I think I read it on the bus, and I was just like, this is bullshit. Even then, I was like, this is fucked. Like, who's actually believing that this is like... So yeah, he like fights him for a little bit. And then it's like, oh, then he just like starts cutting some of his arms off, and I was like, oh, okay, well, fine. This is how they're gonna do it. It's gonna be like the joke where he's gonna be like, hey, you don't have any arms left to put me to cut. And he's just gonna be like standing there, just like stubs, and he's just be like, ah, fuck you, Zaki. But no, he does cut a couple of his arms off, but he gets like effectively like jacked the fuck. He's like absolutely like, he's been like severed in both his like shoulders. Like in real life, like there's no way he could live, but obviously like spiritual pressure's holding it. But like, it's like his, which makes you wonder, doesn't it? It's like, I guess he's like, people like him have just got to like keep their spiritual pressure just like until they meet someone from the healing team. And that's when you like hear about Unohana, and the reason why she joined the 4th squad was because she wanted to learn the healing spells so that she could use them on herself and her foes. It's like how much she got battle. So every time she fights Kenpachi, and there are like a lot of like unsure kind of like, I guess there's a lot of like, I guess we're not 100% sure. I think the anime did flesh out though, to be fair. I might watch that fight again, because it was really good. But like, it's assumed that like Unohana's Bankai is like, she's got some kind of like blood acid. How that's connected to that Shikai? That fucking alien thing? I don't know. And I think like Kubo probably really regretted putting that scene in, because like I think that like weird flying alien thing that she uses as her Shikai is like only used like once. And it's just like so bullshit. They just didn't need to have it in. But I think Kubo just didn't know where she was going. He was gonna go with her. Because like Unohana just uses like, I can't remember which part, but it's like she has like this like flying weird alien thing, like a giant kite thing. It's just like got one eye. Like I think it eats them, and the people it eats heals them. And like one thing that Kubo was always like very like apparent about was like the people's Shikais and Bankais were like very related. So it wasn't like you'd get someone who had like a thunder Shikai, but then he's got like a fire Bankai. It was always like themed around that. But like Unohana's, for whatever reason, it just doesn't make any sense. It's like her Shikai is like some strange alien that can like fly and eat people, and then her Bankai is like she oozes blood from her like sword. Maybe it could be the other way around. It could make a little bit of sense, maybe. Like, you'd be like, oh, like this Shikai is. I don't know. It's just nothing. They just fucked up. But like, you know, it was on the first, like the second or third series. And we didn't really know where it was going with it. But it's just a funny little thing when you think about it. It's like, because when she fights like Kenpachi, they just don't even. She doesn't even bother like getting that thing out because I don't know if it's got any offensive powers, but. And I don't remember if they ever declared it was like her Bankai or not, because I think there was some speculativeness where like people were like, oh, that probably is her Bankai, isn't it? Because like people started to correlate like the Bankai was more like the, because in the earlier seasons they was always, like a little bit more just like the Bankai was just more of a visual representation of your sword. Like it was coming out more. Like the first one was like it just sort of it kind of imbued your sword with like whatever it had. But then the Bankai was like it actually manifested, like with like Mayuri's and just like because I think that's kind of what they were trying to go for. Like Kubo was going for more. But then it's just like as they got into like after the Soul Society, they just were like, oh, we'll just make Bankais just more like insane buffs, and they just kind of like I'm trying to think like because like you go for example like I can't remember his name, but it was the guy who's like the Yamamoto's vice captain, and it's like interesting because actually you learn that actually he is of like captain rank. So he, even though he is, like, and that's why he wears the white robe, because technically, to be like the head captain is like number 2. You've got to be like as strong as a captain. So like his Bankai was just like electric thunder, and there was like no real like creature doing it. And like a lot of the Visard's Bankais were just kind of like not really like that. You had like actually who even uses a Bankai? That's the thing. It's like it's really fucked. It's like it just doesn't make any sense. It's like because everyone like loses to Aizen, but like none of them want to use their Bankai. And I just like I don't understand. Like either like Kubo just has to write himself like thinking, oh, he probably wants to use these characters again. But I don't know. It's just the same with like Yamamoto and like Aizen. I suppose like it technically Aizen does get one up on Yamamoto because he had Thunder Vice, but like he doesn't even try to just enter in Bankai and just kind of like. But you know, maybe you can say, well, I didn't want to because the people there, the humans, blah blah blah. I'm like, yeah, fine. I mean, this is fuck. It's gonna fucking evolve. I don't want to fight King Aizen. How do I do biceps? 両手で振った方が強えんだぞよ。私の力で。どうした？こうでなきゃいけねえ。ようやく宝玉の意志が私の心を理解し始めた。これより溶乱の時が始まる。なるほど。まだまだだな。Oh yeah. I love the windows. can't let him live. His butterfly rising.
この世界の断りを超越した新たな存在の誕生だ。押しつぶしてくれ。
Where is he get his health back? Look how quick his power's going up! What? No! Oh my god, I can't let him transform.
断りの果て。
Well, I'm fucked. I can't do anything. How do I do bicep? Is this bicep? I thought that was gonna be it. It's bisect like only if you do it like I'll see. Maybe I have to like break it right down. How do you do the bisect?
Get ready. It's on.
I really don't know what that means. How does it go? I think it must be, right? That's cool sword.
僕の残白刀の能力知っているかな。抵抗する。まだまだだな。トロトロしないで。殺し合いだ。知ってるか。剣ってのは片手で振るより両手で振った方が強えんだぞよ。
I don't know. That's how you do it. That's probably it, isn't it? That's what I mean. It's just a bit cheeky, isn't it? You just want it to be like, I don't know. You want him to get that massive sword out and just fuck him up. But no, you can't have it. Oh. Gotta wait for, I don't know, probably this too. That's probably what it'll do. And I'm okay with that. But you gotta wait, and that's shit then. Chop, chop. Oh boy. Chop, chop, chop. Oh man, I love chopping. Chop, chop, chop. Oh boy. Ooh, busted. Chop, chop, chop. I mean, 5 is pretty easy. I like this one. Wow.
理性を持つ者は戦いに理由が必要なの。
Oh, God, you're right.
もっとよくね
You're not good at that. Oh, God. It's been a pleasure finding you, OP. Yeah, Kampachi's a beast.
知ってるか剣ってのは片手で振るより両手で
No offense, Dr. Dre. Mr. Burns had done it.
お前のおかげでいい退屈しのぎになったぜ
Yeah, it seems to be really good with the characters who are like very tanky. I mean, Yorichi's like, I am quite good with the fast characters as well. But I do love just like my characters who are just, you just get in there. Look at that face, it looks so happy to exist. Look at all the bunny recruits now. I'm gonna buy all like Mr. Hatton clock shop. No, I don't know. Six.
せいぜい楽しませてくれよ
I love the really fast characters. Like, always do that. There is no level 6. It's been fun. It is bullshit, I gotta like for the same time. But I'm sure, you know, people who are very prevy of like online will be like, no, it's actually really good because then you can make every character different. No. And so the Spirit Tasmans, well, they can kiss my ass. But I don't really get them. I think it's one-time use, and it's just. I hate shit like that. I hate all the shit like that. Anything which is just like. Okay, yeah. Yes. Oh, fuck you, man. Seriously, fuck you. Oh, no, I'm getting wiped. Yeah, get back here, get back here. Oh, fuck. Why doesn't he go into his fucking bug mode? It's bullshit. Seriously, like Toads used to be one of my favorites, and now he's fucked. We just gave him a bad rap. Again, it was just like, I felt like Kubo just didn't know what to do with him. Like, Gin had such a good role, but like, Kami didn't. He didn't really be there. Seriously, I don't know why Kami was there. Because like, the whole shit about the fact he's blind, like, that actually made it like a stronger reason why he would have been a key player. They could have actually just played it like, because he's blind, he's like one of the few people who's like immune to ice and spells. And then, so that's why when he revealed he was blind, and then that means that he was a one of like his henchmen. I was so confused. I was like, how? Sure, he's like immune to his shit. Yeah, I like Sofon. She was like cool. Her strange like obsession with Yorichi made her a little bit weak, but it was funny enough because actually she didn't really interact with her that much. And it was actually a kind of an interesting foil because it just showed that she was actually just like putting on a persona, and she was just like a scared girl. Ooh. Oh, she doesn't even get Suzuki back here. That's stupid. She didn't care. But that could have been a fun mechanic. I know I'm using against the one guy who deflects it, but like the rest of it, that was Hey, Isaac, catch! Damn it. Why has he got 7 health? No, I can't let him do this. Uh-oh. That's alright. I don't think it will. It might do 3, I don't know. What did he even do? What did he even do? He just used his intimidation. I mean, it was accurate to the context of how that was. Oh my god. Oh god. Come on, bastard. I know, right? Joke's on me. Egg on my face, right? No. I can't believe it. Yes. No. Yes. No, I mean, he's gonna do it anyway. There's no way he's not gonna fucking get the fight. He's not gonna do it. He's gonna fucking do it. He's gonna become the bug man. How am I supposed to beat this guy? I can see into the future. Why has he got so much health? He's only on the 2nd round. What's happening? He's not meant to have this much health. Look, he gets his health back. He's gonna fucking turn into the butterfly. Why would that even happen? There's no point. There's fucking no point. I think I've seen this. Very cool. That's so cool. The thing I love most about, like, oh yeah, I'm fucked. I'm actually fucked. I'm fucked. That's what I like most about her sword is it doesn't discriminate. It's not like convenient actually that she has like a really stealthy one. It makes her go invisible. Or something like that. It's like poetically ironic that she. Oh, I'm fucked. I don't understand. This is fucked. This is fucked beyond belief. Seriously, why has he got? He's got so much health. He's gonna kill me. just come on the box, right?
本気で行こうか。意外にしないか。
甘いなそんなもの甘いな
Like even my triangle attack just does far forward.
この力を存分に試すことができる。命知らずだ。
Nah, he's done it. He's fucked me. I mean, actually unreal. I can't believe it. Unreal. What happened there, guys? Why did I lose in the second round? Why did he? Why did this Eisen have so much health? Is this like an event boss?
私と君の間には間合いなど何の意味もない。
Like, can I comment? What happened? Like, why did that even happen? Like, the level 7s are like... okay.
Now let's just see what this sounds like played backwards.
Oh my god. The stock. The stock and... Oh, so far. Oh, yeah.
あんた強そうだ。
I do love stock. I feel like so. Billy Stark can like clone himself. I don't need to. His character's quite awkward to use. I'm trying to remember because it's kind of cool. I want to transform this quick. Yeah, it's a shame he doesn't have it.
なるほど。一としてほら。
Yeah.
終わりにしようか。少しつなぐ。まだその本以内。やめろ。どうしたんだい。めんどくせえ。頭あれからどうすんだよ。そんなにね。うん。痛いじゃないか。針の調子に乗れない。さあ続けて。くだらない。言って。集中するか。待たせたらやられてくれ。くだら見苦しい。いてえ。僕もしてきたぞ。今さら後悔しても遅いぞ。愛の準備ってやつだ。調子に乗るな。すすれ。ボルミカラス。お待たせしてすまなかったね。 第2幕の開演だよ。貫け。なるほど。深い状態で死んでくれ。ほらよ。少し詰めるか。針の準備ってやつだ。さあ続け。少し詰めるか。時間さえあれば。待たせたらやられてくれ。分かった。
So cool. Stark is badass. I liked his idea of his Zanbato. I just wish they just made him a bit more threatening. They should have just had the balls to kill off one of the someone, Yukatake or someone, and just maybe because he doesn't really play a role in the later series. It was just a shame, just the whole Aaron card results in nothing. Oh yeah. Why did he get help? Like, this is all cool. Playing all of them all. What do you mean? Oh. Can you not lose? I should do it right. Okay. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, go on then. I don't actually do it. I mean, it's cool as hell. I love that. I love it. It's cool. Yeah, that's cool. I liked her sword. It was kind of cool. Again, it didn't really make any sense with what her full release did. I mean, I've lost my sword. Oh, God. It's fine. It's cool. I love it to heart. I mean, she was kind of an ally, I suppose. She didn't really hate people. Look how little damage it does. Look at this. Look, we get it. You don't want to die. Just Yeah. Over here, chicken butt. No. Oh god. Oh, oops. Oops.
スタークでありリリメット逃げられると思うねこのままでは
Oh, I didn't. Oh my god.
大丈夫か
I wish I didn't do that. How was I supposed to know? Oh no, people are arguing. Why would they want all white men? They're not the writers. They are the writers. Yeah, so look, people, this is the worst thing. So the worst thing about being white is that other white people like argue against you because we've been brainwashed to like not have like a sort of hive mind mentality because we've been virtual signaled not to judge people on race when we should. I know this sounds harsh, but you should. Oh god, I'm fucked. I'm fucked. You can't kill me. Can't. Yeah, it's bullshit. So how do I actually do this then? Oh. So yeah, now when I'm 3 or lower, I don't do anything great. Yeah, so like they're angry, like this is what I mean. You got like the young men who are like angry that like a white man is like saying because they don't have the life experience. They don't know what it's like when they go into the workforce. They're just gonna be discriminated because they're white, and it'll happen. They'll just get promotion, and they'll be like, Ahmed will just get a promotion. They'll be like, why? And you'll convince, he'll gaslight you into thinking it's because he's like better, but it's not. It's because he's just they vote in a hive. I'm fucked. How am I supposed to do this? Bullshit. This Stark's bullshit. Actually, sorry. Don't ever transform. That's what I've learned. Stark's fucked. I'm dead. Bullshit. This Stark's power is fucked. It's fucked. But then the thing with YouTube is you don't even know who you're talking to, so I can't assume. You just gotta assume that anyone who's controversial to you is just trying to destabilize the West. It's just like, you can't. I've got to the point where I just can't be gaslit by people. Like, I read their comments, but it's never.
その度胸だけは買ってやろう。
Because what basically happens is, so the guy's channel that I follow, I don't follow him. I just saw a video and he was talking about the new Mexican web, but he declares he's very young. So, and I can tell by like the way he talks and the way he presents himself, he is like your standard typical British bloke who's like a little bit smarter than average, so you might be like 110, 115. So he's like annoyed because he's watching kind of like TV today, and it's like a bit of a wake-up call for him because he's like, he's young, he hasn't got the life experience. You don't get it until like you've actually gone out and, like I said, you've worked, and you'll realise how you get paid not very much, you're going to struggle to find work. Even if you do get a job, you'll just find like you're gonna just be discriminated against because you're a white man. Because like it's just too obvious. They don't want you to be in power, and that's gonna be like any minority, any gay, any people who are like LGBTQ plus, any women who've had like bad relationships with like the men they've chosen in their past, so they linger this trauma. And they'll just pass it on in their work because it's the little power they have, and they'll just think like if they're doing applications, they just see like white male. They're like, no. I remember Tyrone. Oh, Ahmed. Yeah, he'll be cool. Let's get Ahmed in. So when you introduce women into the workforce, you put a sexual dynamic behind it. Because when women are at work, they're secretly also trying to not be at work. So any potential bachelor of hers, well, she doesn't want them to be in the workforce because she doesn't want to like be under them. Right? It's a I can't explain it, but no one's gonna listen to me anyway. I'm fucking nerd.
Let's just see what this sounds like played backwards.
So again, we want to talk about like this sort of like the toxic left. So we've essentially got like a situation where I do follow it because we've got like Ethan Klein. He's suing like 3 people, like Casey Tron Denims and Krogan. And this is what I'm talking to you about, like, the toxic left. They've been brainwashed into hating anyone who's Jewish or anyone who's just like a white male, and because Ethan's both, he's like really fucked. So he's just basically natural enemy 1. Just because he exists, he's natural enemy 1. And what's happening is it's just these people just like will take anything he says and they just will try to besmirch him, and it's just you can't do anything because, like I said, when you introduce globalization inside the internet, you've got people from Afghanistan who are like friends of Hassan or Denims or whomever. There's not a lot you can do if they go and like make lies up or whatever. Maybe like they can get blocked, but they'll just make another account. And like Afghanistan is probably just so fucked, they just won't ever enforce it because like they just won't care. It'll be so low down their law because it's such a bad country. They'll just be like, who cares about that? So it'll be really difficult to process, and that's basically what's happening with like a couple of like his really bad detractors. Like there's this guy called Bad Empanada. He's just like he's gone to Venezuela, I think. And again, there just seems to be some kind of like Muslim bias towards like Twitch. I don't know what. I think it's like the guy who runs it at the moment. The CEO just seems to have some like. And that's what I'm saying to you. It's just like they keep saying, "Oh, the Jewish people, the ones who are doing all this illegal stuff." No, the Jewish people proudly like have their people like in the power. They're like they don't go and hide it. They're the ones who like on LinkedIn and people are like. Every time like someone does anything, they go on LinkedIn and go, "Look who it is, the Jews." And it's like, yeah, because they're not proud. They're proud to just say like where they are. It's all the Islam guys who are like the ones who are like paying people to pretend to be English or American so they can like do whatever. They're the true agents. But anyway, so Ethan claims that Casey Tron offered him 17,500 as a settlement. But he like counted saying, well, what happened to the rest of the money? Because she raised like 40 grand. So it's like, it's just bullshit. Because Ethan joked and said like, that's what because she raised a GoFundMe and it actually got like 40 grand or so. And he joked and said, oh, well, that'd just be my money. And it's true, like, they're kind of like, I'll let her off. I know, like, there's a bit of a fee for, like... Because unfortunately, I've had to work with legal fees, and they're fucked. Like, legal people can suck my ass. Like, they just will find any reason. I gave them a retainer of, like, a couple of grand in it. They got, like, spunked in, like, a month or something. I was like, fuck this. I was like, oh, I'm not, like, rich. They just bleed you dry. It'd be, like, £800 to send that home. I was zero money. They are not. Yeah, like now some people start to like take my side because they know like they're probably like on my side, like they're my age. And this is what happens every time you get like that racist uncle, like the racist grand. It's like there's a reason. It's because they've gone in the world and they've seen it and they know like. Sadly, all the other races are very racist to you, and they all pretend that you're racist, but because they know there's no consequence for them being racist, because in their brain they see like any negativity that happens to the white man is just like it's just their punishment because of my slavery or I don't know white privilege. It just doesn't exist because their DEI incentives are designed to just keep white people out of jobs and give people who don't deserve positions, and it doesn't actually make any sense, but women are allowed to vote, so it does. Because if a handicapped boy wants to become an astronaut, that should be something he can do. Oh, Willie's a dude. Yeah, I don't want to ever use a circle attack. Oh my god. How much will this do? Dang good.
手をついてやるわラジン火は熟した行くぞ何故わしが1000年も後手13体の総隊長を務めとると思うとわしより強い死神が1000年生まれとらんからじゃ汚れた前切れるか主も灰と化すがいい暗唱一切怪人となせ
Very cool.
友人じゃった己の力量を見誤ったようじゃな
I love who he is. Fuck off that. That's what I mean. It's like it's apparent that universities just become some psyops. I think they're being funded by like enemies of the West. Oh. ほうほうほうほうほうほうほうほうYeah, he got those skulls on his forehead from his ghost captain. I mean, this is just the coolest. Very good. Oh, wow. Yeah, Gin doesn't even use his like true backup. A thing end. A fitting end.
です避けてみろ
そんなものか行くぞストライク
この程度この程度
耐えきれるかどれや
この程度この程度
Oh. Oh, there we go.
避けてみろ
もはや逃げ場などない一死もって大役を抽すそれこそが後手13体の幾と知れ現熱地獄遅い耐えきれるかやるの勝っていた
この程度この程度捕らえる終わりだよね
Oh.
お見事そしてさようなら
Well, that'll be it, boys and girls.
望むならまた相手になろう
That's cool. I love it. And the characters all look really good.